We had a tiny little patch today that led to a very big impact. Find out what's going on as I hereby summon all my imps to join me on my adventures through Marvel Snap. Hey everybody, it's Annabelle. So as of today, there is a brand new patch that has just come out to Marvel Snap. So if you haven't gone through and updated your Marvel Snap, I highly suggest that you go through and update this Marvel Snap. And why am I suggesting that? Well, that's because in this tiny patch, there were two big impacts. The first big impact has to do with cards. As of today, cards can now be changed to the way you want them to look. So for example, I have this Wolfsbane, and I have it in this alternate art in this foil version, this ink version I should say. But I don't own it in the ink version as its regular. If you go to the custom cards now, and you go and you click on it, bam! You now have it saved as a full, even though I do not own this card in any way, shape, or form. With this also coming, there are now new borders that you can have, in addition to the normal split borders that you can have. Now, these borders do cost gold, with the cheap ones being 500 and the expensive ones being 900. Now, do be cautious and do be aware about these borders. If you are to buy a border for, say, Wolfsbane, you will own that border for each individual Wolfsbane variant that you get in the future. But you will not own that variant, you'll not own that border I should say, for your Cosmo. So if you want a deck that has each and every one of your cards having one of these new borders, you're going to have to pay for each individual one for each individual card. Also, because of this change in how the changes happen, it now makes it easier to own variants of cards. Because now in 4 splits, you should get your foil, your prism, your inked, and then your gold. So if in 4 splits, you should have all 4 normal backings. Because that's the way they said that they would do it. I haven't tested this theory yet, so just be cautious of that. But in theory, it takes 4 splits to now get an inked, or 4 splits to get a golden. So if you want an all golden deck, you gotta split a card 4 times. If you want an all ink deck, you have to split a card all 4 times. Okay. Other than that, the other thing that's happened in this patch that I think is a big boon is that Fogwell's gym is now back. This is now going to be a permanent location that shows up into Marvel Snap. For anybody who's never seen this location come up before, this location, when it shows up on the board, will give both players, both you and your opponents, double boosters for that game that they play. It's kind of like having a runes on the board because it really doesn't help or hurt anybody. But it also gives you double boosters when you play on this. So this is a nice way of letting players get double boosters. Now, as far as I know, and I haven't seen the full breakdown on this, this is going to be a super rare location. As rare as Ego, or World Ship, or I think it's Lamentus. So, you may not get it often, but when you do, know that you're getting double boosters on there. And if you do see this, please don't be a jerk and storm it, limbo it. Let both players just have it. You get rewards off of it, your opponent gets rewards off of it. Unless you absolutely have to storm it or absolutely positively have to limbo it, just leave it alone. Anyways, those are the big patch notes for the tiny little patch. Anyways, I want to thank you all so much for watching, and as always, remember, play for fun.